What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more ABC and their 1982 album, The Lexicon of Love. Thank you again to Kim and to all the others who've been commenting quite enthusiastically as we've gone through this album. And the next tune in the playlist is All of My Heart, but I'm jumping over that because that was the first ABC reaction I did a couple years ago. Thank you again to Kim. And the next track on the other side of that is it Forever Together or the other way around? Yeah, Forever Together, and it's written alphanumerically, not unlike a Prince tune or more modern texting conventions, so I'm already intrigued by the way the title is rendered. As to the sentiment, it speaks to an absolutist type of conviction, the idea that the narrator or two people will forever have an unbreakable bond. It is unshakable, it is eternal, it is absolutely perfect and timeless. And while that sentiment is certainly often expressed, especially in relationships that feel like everything just fits, and of course that can be more one-sided, though often it is dual or bi-directional. But of course we are mortal creatures, so on a long enough timeline it feels like it might be a bit optimistic, and yet of course that does not mean people don't feel it, because they absolutely do. In practice, also, such a sentiment can prove difficult or rose-tinted in that problems or difficulties or friction can crop up even when an earlier dynamic between the two people seemed like it would be forever together. So, yeah, I'm wondering how straight away the sentiment is. I'm wondering, again, why it is rendered the way it is, and who knows, it could just be a creative way to say it. But yes, those are the thoughts I had when I looked at the title. Let's listen to it and hear what it is in practice. This is ABC, the track is Forever Together, and it's from their 1982 album, The Lexicon of Love.
Saying nothing, walking proud and going nowhere fast. You know, if you could tell me, I'd find belief. If you told me, I'd believe you. Speak no evil, hear no evil, see no evil. I'll close my eyes, you know. If that's the trash, just that it costs, suggest that we forget it. Your 12 disciples might kiss and tell, but you can't tell me much more than they can. Right now, a mathematical equation won't describe my liaison. The stars in the sky might try persuading, but you can't tell me I won't hear you. You can't tell me I gave up listening years ago. Forever together, 4 years to go. For love too strong, for us too hard. Forever together, 4 years to go. For love too strong, for us too hard. So beside the fountain. You saw Mohammed move the mountain. Yours sincerely and nearly, yours faithfully, well eventually.
What a stunning and wild tune. So in one respect, I mean, it's really catchy. It's, it's got a nice groove and energy to it. That funky slapping bass is ridiculously good. And all the different synth lines, like that kind of those long extended, like organ, like high church organ style chords. And there's some little melodic flourishes. There's like, heavy guitar, like chords that are rhythmically part of the overall feeling of the tune. So it's the kind of track that this would totally be a hit. It's catchy, it's dynamic, but there's also an experimental side to it too. And not only in the ending, the last minute especially felt very, kind of unpredictable. But even in the opening stages and even during the parts that I'm saying are very catchy and you could totally hear it being a hit, there's some echoed effects and a real spacey sort of feel to it. Then there's that breakdown where it's sort of echoed and we're getting spoken word voices and then jumping high in pitch, low in pitch, and indeed there was that call and response of spoken word where the second voice was getting slowed down, the pitch was dropping each time, it was a recorded vocal that was being adjusted in terms of the tempo and pitch. And then even when the regular vocals came back, they went high, falsetto, and then instantly dropped down. We have references to popular phrases or even other songs like Three Coins in a Fountain, and the three's a crowd, or the suggestion that maybe the reason this turned problematic, and indeed I think it was more nuanced than it looked on the page in terms of forever together until some problem comes in, or it sounds like that was the perspective until suddenly it wasn't. And maybe with the idea of three's a crowd, that it was a third person who came in and upset the apple cart and caused problems. Either way, I love the vocals, I love the dynamic nature of the tune. The bass, I feel like the sonic element of most significance was that grooving, funky bass line. But again, lots of keyboard work, the dynamic nature of the tune in terms of the chronology and the arrangement of the different sections, drums sounding very compelling. So yeah, just a masterpiece of a tune, even though I'm still just sort of digesting it here in the moment. In any case, thank you again to Kim for this album. Do let me know what you think, and I will see you for the next one. Peace.